A 125-pound beast moves into a home with a newborn baby, and what happens next will completely shatter everything you think you know about dangerous dogs. Picture this: paws the size of dinner plates, a frame so massive people mistake him for a bear, and a baby who can't even hold his own head up yet. Most people would call this reckless. Some would call it dangerous. But this family saw something else entirely. And over the next few minutes, you're going to witness one of the most profound bonds between species you've ever seen. His name is Drax, and the first time people saw him, even as a puppy, they stepped back. At just 8 weeks old, his paws were already abnormally large. His build was thick, powerful, intimidating. This wasn't a golden retriever or a friendly lab. This was a dog that looked like he could do serious damage. But here's what's fascinating. The family brought him home knowing a baby was on the way. While the mother's belly grew, Drax did something nobody taught him. He'd rest his massive head across her stomach, gently, protectively, like he understood there was something precious inside. Now you might be thinking that's just instinct, and maybe you're right. But what happened next goes beyond instinct, because Drax didn't just tolerate the baby. He became his guardian, his teacher, and eventually his best friend. When the baby finally arrived, most giant dogs would need time to adjust. Some get jealous, others become anxious. But Drax? He accepted his role immediately. The parents set up a play space for their son, and Drax positioned himself right at the edge. Not inside, not intrusive, just there, watching with those deep, steady eyes. Here's where it gets beautiful. When the parents tried teaching their baby to roll over, Drax laid down beside him and rolled his entire 125-pound body onto his back, like he was demonstrating, showing him how it's done. Think about that for a second. This dog, with no formal training in childcare, understood cause and effect. He understood teaching, and he chose to participate in this child's development. As months passed, they developed a rhythm. When the baby bounced in his jumper, Drax curled at his feet. When the child laughed, Drax wagged his tail in response, as if they spoke the same emotional language. And then came the first steps, the moment every parent waits for. The baby wobbled, uncertain, grabbing onto furniture, but he kept looking at Drax. And maybe, just maybe, it was the presence of his giant companion that gave him the courage to let go and walk. By the boy's first birthday, Drax had reached his full size, over 125 pounds of pure muscle. One paw could easily knock the child over. One wrong move could cause real harm. But that never happened, not once. For the birthday, the family bought a small ball pit, a toy designed for toddlers. Drax, who could barely fit, climbed right in beside the boy. Balls popped under his weight, the pit nearly collapsed, but the joy on that child's face? Absolutely priceless. What's remarkable isn't just that Drax is gentle. Plenty of big dogs are gentle. What's remarkable is his awareness. He understands his size. He modulates his energy. He reads the room in ways that honestly put some humans to shame. And here's what most people miss about dogs like Drax. They're not just pets. They're mirrors. They reflect the energy, the patience, and the love they receive. This family didn't just own a giant dog. They respected him, trained him, and trusted him. Now, I need to be clear about something. This isn't a story about how all big dogs are safe with children. That's not the message. The message is about intentionality. This family prepared Drax before the baby arrived. They socialized him extensively. They taught him boundaries. And most importantly, they never left them unsupervised during those critical early years. Because here's the truth. Any dog, regardless of size or breed, can be dangerous without proper training and supervision. But any dog can also be extraordinary with the right guidance. Drax didn't become this incredible companion by accident. He became this way because a family saw potential in him and committed to bringing it out. And that's something we can all learn from. Whether it's with dogs, with children, or with each other, what we invest in grows. Today, that boy and his 125-pound shadow are inseparable. They've grown up together, shaped each other, and created a bond that transcends species. Drax has taught his family that true strength isn't about power, it's about restraint. It's about using your size not to intimidate, but to protect. Not to dominate, but to nurture. If this story moved you, do me a favor, share it. Because in a world that's quick to judge, quick to fear, and quick to assume the worst, we need more stories that remind us what's possible when we lead with trust instead of fear. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and go hug whoever's closest to you, human or otherwise. Because moments like these, they don't last forever, but the love they create does.